After returning from the 3-day Rekiora trek, we settled in for the evening in Halfmoon Bay. Our hostel, Bunkers Backpackers, seemed to attract all the local wildlife, including a very friendly kākā. The following morning, we took the ferry across from Stewart Island to Ulva Island, a bird sanctuary which is one of the few places in New Zealand that is pest and predator free. It was cleared of rats in 1996, which are known to eat the eggs of the native birds. From the minute we stepped off the boat, you could hear the chorus of birds, which ranged from sweet whistling melodies to screeches of the kākā, an endangered large native parrot. Early into the journey, we came across some juvenile wekas, which are kind of like a native flightless bush chicken. Watching them run reminded me of the velociraptors in Jurassic Park. We made a small stop at Sydney Cove, and then on to Boulder Beach, where we stopped for lunch and were surrounded by wekas. Welcome to Jurassic Park. The birds would fly down to greet us along the trail and run towards us on the beach. They never seemed bothered by our presence at all. Due to a lack of native predators, these birds have lost most of their fear instinct, which, while adorable when their curiosity pushes them to approach people, leaves them very vulnerable. Walking through the thick, dense forest, it really felt like a trip back in time. How New Zealand once would have been before the European colonisation brought in pests such as deer, rats, possums and stoats. I've never heard such abundant numbers of birds in one place, which is how New Zealand was described by early British explorers. It's sad to see how much has changed in the time that has passed. Okay, here we are on West End Beach, which is kind of like the end of the earth. Ulva Island, just off of Stewart Island. It's like a bird sanctuary. It's pretty amazing. Once we had finished exploring West End Beach, we started to head back through the forest to our ferry back to Stewart Island, before getting our ferry back to the mainland. Luckily, the sun was shining and we had no wind on our return journey, so the ride was much smoother than the start of our trip to Stewart Island.